Welcome back, everyone. It's another episode of TFG Tuesdays. And as always, we have our man Toby Green joining us and Jevy in the studio back-to-back weeks. A little good luck charm when you're in the studio because the boys are just flying. Tobes, love the jumper that you're wearing. I just noticed you had the beanie, but you've taken it off. Cal will be flat with that, but it's good to see you, mate.
Yeah, no, thanks, boys. Good to see you. No, it's a bit warm upstairs. Hot air rises, mate, as you know. So, no, I'm a big supporter of Andy. He knows that. And, yeah, I'm Detroited out today, mate. I'm looking forward to my Lions getting back to action, mate.
Oh, well, it might even lead into our icebreaker off the top. Jevy, before I get to the icebreaker, how are you, mate? You're at the Swans game yesterday. You looked very excited with Errol Gulden.
It was good to see it in person. The Showtime Swans, they're slowly crawling back, so I'm happy today.
I love that. We've got Toby, the skipper of the Giants, and you're wearing your 100K top that says Showtime Swans on the front. I love it. Righto, boys. We had someone reach out a few weeks ago and they mentioned, I want you to talk about a TV show or a movie that you're watching or you highly recommend. So, lads, let's kick it off. Tell me what you're watching or a recommendation for everyone listening. Jevy, I'll start with you.
I'm all eyes on Happy Gilmore 2, boys. I am that pumped. Happy Gilmore 1 is on my Rushmore of movies I've ever seen, so I can't wait for Happy Gilmore 2. It's about a week away. I can't wait.
That's on Netflix, isn't it?
Netflix.
So you don't have to go to the cinemas. You can just
go. I'm going to be watching on the plane to Europe, boys. I can't wait.
Will it be a flop?
No, it's going to have funny quotes. It'll be funny enough and a heap of celebrities. It'll be great.
Oh, I can't wait for that as well. Tobes, what do you got for us?
I watched, George has been watching, she had a friend up over the weekend and they've been watching Love Island, so I'm absolutely sick of that. But I watched The Shark Whisperer. That was very interesting. A girl who became friends with the sharks, really, tiger sharks in Hawaii. It's pretty insane, actually, what she does. Great whites as well she starts mingling with. It's highly impressive, and I don't know if it's for the average punter, but there's one scene there when the whale carcass, and I won't ruin that for everyone, but when that shark comes up from the depths, that's seriously scary stuff.
Man, I reckon I saw a swimmer or a diver in Coogee maybe on the weekend that was Maroubra. It was eyeballing a shark for a good 3 minutes. You see that?
It was a great white. He was spearfishing off North Maroubra. They're around, mate. They're around, no doubt about it. But you got a spear in your hand, you're reasonably safe. If you're just having to swim and you're 500 metres out, then you're in a bit of trouble.
Do you think if he didn't have the spear, he's done?
They're certainly looking at him, but he'd be in trouble.
As the shark wisp we have online here, Tobes, you should know. Do they get a bit scared of weapons, or what's the go with a wisp?
Yeah, if you hit them in the nose with the spear, they're not coming back unless it's a bull shark. Then you're in. But if there's a bull shark around, you just got to get out of there.
Oh, they scare the absolute shit out of me.
Oh yeah. You ever seen one where you live, Tobes, or around that beach?
Nah. I swim there pretty much every day, and I like doing my ocean swimming, but I've never run into one. If I'm with 2 or 3 people doing the big ocean swim, I'm happy. But by myself, I start to think about it a bit more.
Yeah, not for me.
What are you watching, mate? What are you watching? Yeah, what are you watching?
Ask me. I've been watching. I just love what Toby's wearing. I thought he was going to steal my answer. Quarterback, boys. Have you seen quarterback Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, and Joe Burrow, the new one? It's even better than season 1. Incredible access. All 3 had unique seasons. Kirk Cousins paid millions, 4-year contract, gets his family out of Minnesota and has the worst season he's ever had. He's a little bit injured. Might not, he's going to be back up this year. Jared Goff, number 1 seed at Detroit, straight sets, loses to Washington. You get the whole behind the scenes there, and then you get Joe Burrow, who probably should have won the MVP, but because their defense could not stop anything, he doesn't even get to play in the playoffs. So I just thought it was unbelievable. Like whoever the production team, I think it's Manning that does that one. But yeah, have you seen it?
No, I haven't, mate. But that's I should give that a watch. It's interesting, especially going into new seasons. It's always good to get a bit of a backstory.
Well, with the jumper that you've got on, you can't not love Jared Goff. Like this guy's he's such a good leader. His coach. He's got the biggest plums in the game, calls it on 4th down. You see all the behind this. Like, I forgot about how close some of the games are, but to see how it's orchestrated, then it's executed. And all the, Joe Burrow, real family man. You see their family in the box, and I thought it was unbelievable. Like,
what's it on?
It's on Netflix as well. So anyone that wants to tune in, if you like sport, well, it's real life drama. It doesn't get any better than that, Jevy.
It's the hardest position to play in the world. an NFL quarterback. And
Crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Half forward's pretty hard, mate.
Oh, I know. Thirds on the weekend, mate. I took all the tips on board.
How many did you kick?
No, I didn't play.
I'll tell you what, quarterback's harder than half forward.
That's a good poll. What's harder, half forward or quarterback in the NFL? That is a great
At least
poll.
you get given the pill. It's that easy to get it. They just throw it back to you. Half forward, you really got to work for it.
Oh, mate, quarterback. You watch the series and you understand how hard it is.
I'll report back.
Report back though, please. It's I think it's about 7 or 6 episodes, 48 minutes an episode. You'll love it. All right, let's get into round 18 recap. It was an exciting week. We had the Jezza Cameron Cup at NG. You've got plenty here, Jevy, so take it away, mate. This is all you.
Yeah, I've got heaps for you, Tobe. So it's the second time you've beaten Geelong for the year. They kicked the first 3. Sean Manor kicked one in about 10 seconds. It felt like the Gold Coast game all over again. An early one from Jez as well, but then you got your game going. Talk to us about the game, how you found it there, how you handled them kicking the first 3 of the game.
Yeah, we probably didn't play the right way the first 10 minutes, and they probably shocked us a bit with their pressure, and we probably tried to overhandball and failed to move the ball and to win contests. So played into their hands a little bit, but after that 10-minute spell, I felt like the game was sort of looked like a Giants game for a good portion of it. Obviously, Geelong are one of the better teams, and they got seriously good players across the park. But yeah, we were able to match it with them. Brought good pressure, and by halfway through the last, it was we're in a reasonably comfortable position without being 4 or 5 goals up. So it was it was a good performance and good affirmation. But we still got huge games coming up, and we just got to keep winning.
We got to talk about Aaron Cadman's second half. That was just special. He kicked 6.5, 3 in about 4 minutes of game time. What was it like being out there? Like watching you guys, even yourself, Jakey Stringer, everyone just got out of the way and let him cook. That was something like not many players in the league can do.
Yeah, well, it's reward for effort. Like he's been banging away for the best part of 2 years, and and Hogue's marking everything as well. So it's great to have a 2-prong attack, and then Ricker as well, who can do the same thing and chops out a bit in the ruck. So it just adds to our forward line. But yeah, that little 5-minute spell, it was bloody exciting, and I was celebrating as much as anyone in the crowd when he kicked that third, and it set up the game for us really. Like when we might have been 10 points up, we went to 5 goals up pretty quickly. So we drafted him for a reason, and that's exactly why he's starting to show everyone what he can do. But been doing that at training for a while, marking balls and winning contests, and then his follow-up's the best out of any big man in the comp. So he's a special talent, and he's a great bloke as well.
When you played the Suns out at NG Stadium, Matt Rao signed at halftime. Did Aaron Cadman sign at halftime? He came back out after the half like he was a millionaire, basically. He was on fire.
No, I think Big Johnny Cadman, his old man, signed it at 3 a.m. at the establishment with a few of the Giants. So it was he's a good man, Johnny, and Cad's just had a bit of assurance in the morning, and the tail was up, and away he went.
So Johnny's just gone out with Dave Matthews and McCartney and probably the head coach and thought, come on, he's just kicked 6.5, boys, put pen to paper, and I'll let my son sign for 4 more. Is that what you're telling us?
I don't know the names who are there, mate, but I know Johnny's he's an integral part of the Giants family, and he leads the charge there. So I do know that he might have been, reasonably sore-headed Saturday morning.
Oh, that is all. Is he a big lad like his son?
Not as tall, but yeah, he's a good size. Cads is certainly taller than him and his brothers, but he's a good man. I remember draft night I was there when I think I gave Cads a jersey, and we went across the road from Marvel after, and the Cadmans were absolutely on fire. I said, this will be a good bunch to have around the club.
That's great.
That is good. Connor Idun, is he the best matchup for Jez in the league? Like, similar size, except he's just bigger, stronger, faster. Do you have any words to Jez after he's only kicked 1 in his return to NG Stadium?
No, I didn't, but I've been saying Connor Idun for 4 or 5 years, and I think anyone who's been played on him or has had anything to do with the Giants knows how good he is. And I reckon if he played at a big Melbourne club, he'd be talked about as the best sort of medium-sized defender in the comp. He's just so hard to get a kick on. He's strong, powerful, quick, tough, reads the ball really well, uses his legs when he gets it. I've said for a long time he's the hardest player I've played on, along with, he's right up there with a couple of others. But he's he's a great matchup for Jez, and he's going to have. He had big roles every week, whether it's Liam Ryan the week before. He plays on different types.
He's an absolute gun. He plays a lot like I used to play, Tommy.
Oh, you're saying you're like Connor Idun,
But just a back pocket. He's like, I'm a wallet. I used to be a wallet. You'd always find me in the back pocket. I just see him as a bit of the Giants' wallet is Connor Idun. So
what do you call him, the wallet?
That you always find him in the back pocket.
Oh, that's unbelievable. I just went straight over my head, that one. That is the wallet.
I'm getting a Connor Idun jumper for sure.
The wallet's amazing.
He's got me pumped over here. Jesse Hogan, subbed out. Is he all good? Or nothing to worry about there?
Nah, he's all good. Yeah, he was just a precautionary sort of. The game was, in a reasonably control when he went off with 10 minutes to go. So, Hogs is good.
The package. We got to talk about Jakey Stringer. He looks like you've absolutely nailed his season. He's getting himself right at the right time of the year. He's priming. He looks confident. He looks happy. He looks on fire. He nearly played the perfect game of footy on the weekend. He couldn't miss. He was putting pressure on. He was on fire.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem for the opposition the last 6 weeks, and he's done a mountain of work to get himself in a good position, and he's super fit and strong, and he's that hard to tackle, and he's got the Dons this week, so I know he'll be up for that, and looking forward to it.
Just on that, Tobes, like he obviously knows he's got the Dons. You said he's coming out of his shell. Is he starting to just, this is his grand final this week? Like, have you just noticed a couple of little comments post-game about the game coming up? Because obviously Thursday night, it's a big game, short turnaround. What's he, is he doing an extra ice bath? Talk to us.
Nah, that's not his go, mate. He sticks to his routine that works. He's not the loudest character, and he's never too boisterous or anything in the change rooms, but he's a good man, and I know living with him for in January when the fixture come out or whatever, he had this one circled, so we've got to make sure we get it done for him.
Oh, does that mean we get a bit more package isolation in the goal square, and even Cads moves out a little bit of like Pagan's paddock, but packages paddock?
Nah. I'm sure. I think him and Jaden Laverty are good mates. So I'm sure he'd be wanting to play well if he's on him for parts. And we just got to make sure we get it done for him.
All I remember from the package at Essendon was he used to go back from 64 out at Marvel and just kick torries. You reckon he's got a torry in him this weekend? A Mark Pitnet style. It'd be middle of the second quarter. He'll go back on.
Yeah, if he kicks it, happy days. If he doesn't, off you go.
What about that Torry, though, just quietly? Like, honestly, before he kicked it, I was thinking he's no chance. No chance. He even kicked it, he had another 8 metres, I reckon, and he just thought, no, I'll kick it from 65.
Did you give him a chance, Tobes?
I didn't. No, I don't think anyone would have. He flushed it, though.
He flushed it. I was saying the Giants did great on the weekend was Lachie Whitfield's 250th, the sign after the game, all the photos with the boys, the way they got the family involved. Was it a special day, special win? He had a great game, 32 touches. He was on fire. Was it just a great celebration?
Yeah, it was awesome. And they're important to win those games. And, I still feel bad. We lost Wardy's 300th. I'm still flat about that. And because, you want to get up for those guys and make sure, they remember it because they'll remember it for the rest of their lives. So it was awesome. And what they did after the game, we didn't know anything about that, but that was as good as I've seen in any sport, around the world. It was a good little touch, and the crowd loved it, and Witters loved it, and the boys loved it.
Can we give a shout out to who organised that, Tobes? Have you found out who put that together?
I haven't got to the bottom of that, but I'm sure it would have been the events team, membership team. I'll find out and give them a shout out. But it was. I was actually thinking about that, how much would one of those banners cost them, and what do you do with it now? It'd wrap it over his house. It was that big.
Yeah, Witters would probably want it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd definitely want it. I just don't know what you do with it. When do you get it out next? I don't know.
Mate, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Mad Monday, you get it out, don't you? Just put it over the house.
Over the pub to cover up the pub.
It was massive, though. It was ginormous. So it was that was as good a touch I've seen for something like that.
There you go. I didn't know that you guys didn't know about it. I thought you were all in on it and kept it a secret for Witters. That's special.
No, we had no idea.
I got some on Jezza, mate. Obviously, first game back at NG, which would have been awesome just to, get back there because he's got so many memories, so do you. But obviously didn't go his way and the Cats' way. But any funny remarks on the footy field? Did you catch up afterwards?
No, I didn't. I did catch up with him afterwards, but I didn't say one thing to him during the game. I just let that play out. I'm sure if he had a set shot, I might have said something. But I did have one earlier, but I was quiet, mate, and I didn't want to get him fired up or anything or get him going. So, but it's good to see him afterwards and catch up. And the Cats, they play the bottom six, don't they, the last 6 weeks? So I'm sure they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think they will be okay, especially back home. We were just talking off air, the meow. Did you speak to Xavier O'Halloran? Did you think, can we get a meow off between the Catman and Xavier? We still think there's a meow off there.
Yeah, I'll put it to him. I haven't brought that up, but as I said, he's put it away. He's got other things he gets going though. But
I tell you what, his form. He's coming out of centre square bounces looking like Chris Judd on the weekend. He's just flying around. It must be the missus.
Well, it could be. He settled. He stopped eating Coke bottles at 1 a.m. That was his kryptonite.
And Call of Duty till 4.
He's a pig for that. So he is a powerful man though. Like if we had a 400, he'd go close to winning it. Like he's an elite runner. So and he's obviously got a bit of confidence and just nailing that midfield role. And we need him to keep doing it because it makes a huge difference for our team.
And finally, we can't move on without talking about your game. 2 goals, 11 touches, 1 cracked the shits when Jakey Stringer didn't get a hold in the ball call. The first goal was off the back of great pressure. It landed in your hands, great teamwork. You would have been wrapped with that goal just as a Giants goal as a whole.
Yeah, no, it was all good. It was it's good by Rick and just had to make sure we finished it. But it was all good.
He doesn't like talking about himself, Jevy. That's what I told you when you asked Toby a question about his own form. I think he kicked 4 or 5 the other week and he didn't even like to talk about it.
Did you throw the toys out the cot a bit when Jakey Stringer didn't get that hole in the ball call when kicked it to Graham Myers, called not 15, play on, and then he just stood there, got tackled? That's holding the ball, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it is. That's by the definition of the law. He's had prior opportunity when he marked it and had it for 14 seconds. But it was that's all right. I complain at most things when I'm wrong, so that's fine.
When I watched the highlight, I just saw him just cracking.
I tell you, if you think that's funny, have you seen the meatball? When he got there's a clip of the meatball and you can see that he knows he can't say anything, but he just tenses the big pipes and he just goes, that's probably one of the funniest things the meatball's done. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, so he must have been really angry.
He wasn't happy with that one.
Anything else from round 18, Jevy?
Nah, nothing more for me.
Righto, boys, it's time to talk about the good. And I thought I'd start with Jake Melksham. He's a great man, Calder Cannon, Footy Factory, mind you, Jevy. But what he's done in the last 3 weeks, it's crazy. So the most recent Melbourne players with 4+ goals in 3 straight games, well, the only other guy that's done it is David Neitz in 2006. It's been a long time between drinks, 19 years that streak. He's playing incredible football. And as you know, Tobes, he's playing a role on one of their best defenders and then seeping forward. How much do you respect someone like Jakey the Snake?
Yeah, I've loved him. He's actually been doing it for a long time, the last 3 or 4 years at Melbourne. And he obviously had his knee, but he's tough matchup. He's super tough player. Great kick for goal and crafty around the forward line. He was a midfielder as well when he started. So he's good to watch, and it's great to see him in some good touch after coming back. And I love the way he goes about it.
He's obviously a bit older than, I think he's a couple of years older than you, but this is just starting to tell me that players can play on much longer than they used to. There's once you get to 30, the old school thing was, he's starting to get to 30. It feels like even Jake, he's in his prime right now in that role. As you said, used to be a midfielder, but it's just do you think there's a bit more longevity with these superstars when they play forward like Jake?
Yeah, there's definitely more longevity in the game than what there was 20 years ago, and guys look after themselves better. But they also, if you keep your speed, and your position, and you can nail your position. Whereas, if you're a midfielder who's loses a bit of pace and you're not quick to start with, you're highly replaceable. But if you play a role like Jake does on third tall, it's sort of that third tall, mobile forward, crafty forward, tough, wins one-on-ones. There's no reason why he can't keep playing another couple of years. And it's not easy to do what he's doing, but he's doing it in as good as anyone.
I saw in the post-match interview, they asked him, have you started negotiations? And he said, yeah, we're still going through them. I can tell you now, I'd only imagine that they've pitched to him 1 year. He wants 2, all right? So this is what I think. I've got no idea, but you can clearly tell there's a reason why there hasn't been something signed, because they're not on the same page, Jevy. But Tobes, if you're the list manager, are you giving him 2 years?
Well, yeah. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I mean, his form warrants it. Absolutely, he's their best forward at the moment. He's one of the better forwards in the comp, so he's got every right to ask for it. And I guess it's up to Melbourne on what sort of direction they want to go. Do they want to try and develop some younger forwards, and do they think are they going to compete next year for finals or a premiership? That's probably what they're assessing.
Well said. Let's go to your man, Jevy. I want to ask you, Grundy to Errol, then pretty much the match winner. What was better, the tap or the sausage roll?
We were talking about this off air, Tobes. What was better, the tap or the finish? Errol's finish was as good as it gets. It was right in front of me, and all I could think about was forward 50 stoppage goal. How angry Ross Lyon would have been up. His blood would have been boiling, as you said last week. But what was more important, the tap or the finish, or is it just in sync?
Oh, it's good connection. The finish is better, though.
Oh, I knew you'd say the finish. What about the ruck work, though? Big Grundy. Hit to throw him out the way, then perfectly tapped just behind their head. It's about a couple of metres as well. It was as good as I've ever seen a hit.
Yeah, he's in good touch, Roddy Grundy, but no, mate, I'll always back the finisher.
Oh, it was a good finish. And you're right, mate. As a player that played wing, and I'm not going to talk about the player there, but I actually went, what happened there? And I go, the cover roll, the player that was in the corridor cover, he seemed a bit right. He opened it up. He's got to stop that one. I can imagine the Monday review's not pretty at all.
It was the game winner as well. Yeah, it's going to be trouble.
Well, there you go. If you want to see more good things and you want to see how it's, AFL Stats Mate easy, just check out that Stats Mate app. You get all the players and the particular venue they play at versus what team. Even when a teammate is out through injury, this app has it all. If you want to update your fantasy, everything, disposals, goals, you want to know who matches up better against who, download StatMate now. It is your best mate when it comes to stats. Now, let's get to the ugly. There was a lot of ugly on the weekend. I don't know where to start. Some reason we like to talk about the ugly more than the good, don't we? I'll kick it off because I'm pretty passionate about this. But Toby, are we in an entertainment business?
We are, mate. We are.
So what's your thoughts on teams not scoring 40 points? Because I you know what? It's a KPI construction. Stop that. If there's a team out there that doesn't score 40 points, 100K fine straight away. And then what I'm going to pose is the coach should have to shave his eyebrows. So when he goes to the press conference, he has to look everyone in the eyes and tell us why his team couldn't put 40 points up. Talk to me if you think that's fair.
I don't know if that's fair, but I think we might have had one of them this year. We had a game where we could not kick a score.
And you deserve to be fined.
Yeah, 100K's a lot.
Well, I reckon the coach might change something.
If you go into the game and that's your plan, then maybe that's fair, but it certainly wasn't our plan. We just couldn't execute. And I doubt it would have been Richmond or Essendon's, but a wintry, blustery night, was it down there, mate? I don't know, but sometimes.
Mate, it was perfect conditions. I mean, the next day you got Melbourne and Northwood. They put up 200 points, and then you couldn't both teams could not kick a goal. There was honestly 1 goal in 3 quarters from Essendon. I just couldn't believe what I was watching as the favourites in the game. It was hard to watch, and it was good to see Tigger get his 250th and the Tigers win. We spoke about milestones. Thought that's awesome. But that was as putchy as I've ever seen. That is capital P for putsch, that one.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I was watching the Hawks and Freo because it probably got a little bit more vested interest in that one for us. So I didn't see any of that game. But, I'll let you discuss that one, mate.
Oh, well, we'll discuss it. I just think, is there any other punishments you think we should put up there?
I don't mind the 100K, the shaved eyebrows.
The eyebrow,
That's
mate.
like a public embarrassment.
I've got a mate that had his eyebrow shaved. It looks terrible. It's a shocker. What else is there? Is there any more ugly things that you saw this week?
Watching Freo Hawks, Tobes, they beat the shit out of each other. You would have liked that as a GWS player. What about Kath interviewing Andrew Brayshaw when his brain was falling out his head after the game? That was a bit stiff, wasn't it? Give him 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, it makes for good TV, though. I'm sure that would have got a good run. He was pissing blood, though, wasn't it? It didn't stop the whole interview. So he's a tough cookie the way he goes about it, Andy Brayshaw.
Oh, he certainly was. It was a great performance. That got the propeller 2 ticks, boys. Did anyone tune in last night and watch the propeller? Tobes, did you just watch the last leg of the propeller?
I watched. I was Bath and Isla and had Mitch Georgiades just just ISO cam on. I had to just be careful I didn't drown. But I was hearing that hard. I was hearing that hard for was it West Footscray or Footscray?
North Footscray.
North Footscray. Jeez, I felt for him because he had his opportunities.
Oh,
he had 10 looks at it.
I know. It was. It's the propeller curse, mate. It's the curse. It just somehow curses blokes. It was good viewing, and it's a great initiative. You love it, don't you?
Oh, it's great. It's especially when you get down to that last leg on a Sunday, and you know you're usually at home getting ready for your week, and you just want to. You know, it's for a local footy club, 28 grand. Oh, that's an huge amount of money. I imagine 5 of that goes to footy trip, and then 20 goes to supporting junior footy, getting the footies. And I was flat for him, mate. I was flat for him.
They commented afterwards, kids are crying now. Cheers. Still training with chewed up lyrebirds and cold showers for the rest of the year.
Yeah, lyrebirds, they're hard to kick.
they're hard to kick as well.
It was the worst beat of all. He should have had 10. He could have had 10.
That was ugly. I reckon that's right up there with the ugly. But whilst we're on the KPI construction, stop that, Tobes. You've got one yourself, you told me. What do you got?
Well, I got one, and you boys can have your input here. I mean, there's a veto in our fantasy league in SuperCoach. So I've sort of been a bit conniving and deceitful towards Wardy. He's out of the comp, and I've traded Adam Treloar, and he's given me Whitfield. And I changed Bulldogs injury list, like I changed the graphic and sent it to Wardy and said, no, he's a test this week. And then I got some fake confirmation from Adam Treloar saying that he's good to go this week. And Wardy, you know, he's a bit checked out, hadn't really looked at the teams and I've changed the graphic that Treloar's out for 6 to 8. And the trade's gone through, and I text Connor Idun at 7:39 before the Thursday night game. I said, accept this trade, hurry up. He was at dinner and panicked. So he's a commissioner, he's accepted it. So I've got winners. And the rest of the league has absolutely cracked it. And now they want me to give veto the trade and give it back to him. And they reckon I've ruined the competition. And I said, well, I haven't done anything wrong. It's just poor due diligence from Wardy, and Connor Idun accepted it. So
he's put it on the commish. He's put it on the commish. That just gave me like instruction. Stop that. He's thrown the commish under Tobes. That is outstanding.
It's not my fault, mate. It's not my fault.
That is I'm a commissioner of the NFL League. This is what I mean. There are these little snakes like Toby Green just sliding around trying to get anything they can. And you've done, mate. So you're a graphic designer. You've just pulled this out and made it look like
I got someone to help me. I won't tell him who, but I got some help.
And did you actually text Adam Treloar to say, hey, mate, just say you're playing next week on the next text?
Yeah, I got some confirmation. I won't say how it happened, but Wardy bought it, and it was it was. I think I'm going to have to give him back, unfortunately, because if I win the league, no one's going to pay me.
Well, that's the commissioner's problem, mate. The money should be in the bank account, and he dishes it out to the winner. So I reckon you could almost charge on. You are a bit of a villain. You don't mind this kind of pressure.
I'm hated. I'm hated in this league.
In this Super Coach league, who's the one person that's really like you walk past them at the club?
Have a guess.
I think it's Sam Taylor.
Nah,
Jack Buckley.
I'll go Kettle Jocks Tom Green.
Nah, it's Brent Daniels.
Oh, Binger.
He takes it seriously.
Little man syndrome.
He's filthy.
That's a good one. Let's put it out there. Is it a KPI go or is it a KPI construction stop that? Toby outsmarting the commissioner to get a Supercoach trade done at the business end. We'll put it out there.
1 week to go before finals. Geez, my team looks good with Withers in it.
And he's gone out and had 32 and he's 250.
You traded the other week. You traded Anderson for Luke Jackson, didn't you? And
that looks like
trade.
That looks very smart on my end. Noah Anderson, geez, he's good. He could be All-Australian captain, by the way.
Do you think so? So I've got you, Noah, and Jordan Dawson.
No, he's having an unbelievable year. And I mean, if Gold Coast finish top 4, he'll have to go close. He's I hadn't watched heaps of him, but playing against him last week and now in my Supercoach, I watched him pretty closely. He's good.
I've got a bit of a take, Tobes. I reckon he's going to win. He might win the Brownlow in a round that doesn't exist. So they've still got that game to catch up against the Bombers in the bye round or whatever it's going to be. Could Brownlow not finish round 24?
I agree with you, but I think him and Rao will just be 3s and 2s. Like they'll be 2. Like no one's going to get all the 3s.
Rao doesn't accumulate as much though. Like I feel like that goal that
I think umpires love him though. They love him.
Yeah, well, Noah's goal like pretty much won him the game. That stands out. Like you walk off the field there and you go, I'm giving it to Noah. Don't you? Even though Matty Rao was probably best.
I mean that week, yes, but I just reckon like there's going to be some games where maybe you should get 3 and he gets a 2 or a 1. I don't know. It's just my gut feel.
How would it go down Brownlow night? They finish the votes after round 24 and Dacos is 2 ahead and they go round 25, Essendon v Gold Coast and Anderson 3 votes and he pinches it when it doesn't even exist that round. How will that go down with Eddie Maguire and the Collingwood media?
Well, it's still a game. It still counts, but I don't know how much Essendon will care about it. But it's that might be the case. It'd be very interesting if so.
Could get really ugly that game just quietly. The ugly is Nick Martin. I mean, prayers. We were praying that it wasn't the news that we heard, but an ACL to one of the comps. He's one of the best movers going around, and
over the side,
and a real awkward one. Yeah, like when he got up, I thought he just like banged his knee on the ground. That was just a bit of I don't know. It was real weird. That's the weirdest ACL. So heart goes out to him and wish him all the best on a smooth recovery. But that sucks when you see players get injured, and certainly players that put on a show, which we love. We keep moving, gentlemen. Toby, that was very funny, by the way. I can't wait to see everyone that's watching. Yeah, if you're listening or watching, we love YouTube comments. Can you get into the YouTube comments this week? We love questions, but maybe is it a go what Toby did, or is it a big stop that? Because it's very tactical, and that's what the game's all about. Any other news, Jevy? Let's get to some footy news. I think it was big Tristan Sherry. He might be in hot water. Did you see that one, Tobes? How many weeks? You're the specialist in this department.
He'll get 3, mate. But I reckon he's he's stiff, and he hasn't tried to hurt him, but he's a big, strong man, and he's just sprung an arm out and knocked him flush out. But he definitely wasn't trying to do what he did, but it's a tiny bit careless, and I think he has to get 3 weeks.
What do you think, Jev?
Oh, just seeing Sparrow lying lights out on the ground, it just wasn't a good look, was it? It looked so bad. Hit the button. So, we'll move on from that one. Hope he's recovering all right as well. Aaron Cadman signing on for 4 years. Signs with Finn Callan for 4 years. So basically the rest of your Giants career is going to be playing with those two boys hitting their prime. That must excite you.
Yeah, it's good for me. It's great for the club, to have those boys around, and they're the future of it, and two, outstanding humans as well. So, yeah, super pumped, and the club you're in a much better spot for having them.
I've got a challenge for you. Next week, you reckon you can get Aaron Cadman on TFG Tuesdays? You reckon he can sit next to you and come and talk to us?
Yeah, we'll get him on. He comes around for a sauna all the time, so I'll cook him dinner, sauna, and a bit of TFG Tuesdays.
Oh, there you go.
Speaking of the cooking, what have you whipped up this week? Anything that's Insta-worthy? You had a crack at anything?
I did a good laksa. Good laksa.
What did the missus think?
She liked it. I would like a bit more spice in it, but she's hopeless with it. So
can we get a little reaction cam on Georgia, maybe tactically with a bit more chili? You said she doesn't like it. Maybe just get a little reaction and just see what she thinks.
That's a good idea.
I reckon that's not bad. Just cooking it up, do your video, and then have maybe Callett just plan a video so you can get a reaction, and we can maybe have a look at that on TFG Tuesdays, because it was funny last time when you were on the pig on the spit. That was my favourite part.
I can organise that. I'll try that, actually.
It's not a bad idea. Any other news, Jevy, before we get to the Inglewood coffee segment?
Before we move on from round 18, just last night, we won't talk about Georgiades again, but Jason Horne-Francis versus Harley Reid. Did you watch it? Were you watching them go head-to-head? Do you see a bit of Harley Reid in your younger self sort of thing? The good and the bad. He's playing well, but a couple of free kicks, a couple of silly moments. Did you watch that one last night?
I did, because I was trying to get Miss Georgiades to 4, but they're just two bulls going at it. Jason Horne-Francis is a little bit ahead of where Harley is right now, but it's going to be a good matchup for the next 10 years. I mean, Harley's great to watch, and that's one of the reasons, but I'm sure he'll find the line perfectly, and once he gets fitter and stronger and ready for the next few years of AFL, he's going to be a great watch, and those two will be the two best mids for a while yet.
That was a classic example of don't poke the bear.
the stoppage goal he kicked at the end.
Just don't poke the bear. Like Jason Horne-Francis loves it when someone fires him up. He just turns into, I don't know, he goes from wherever he's sitting to just he explodes. So you're playing Port, you probably don't want to poke the bear.
That sucks he's done for the year, but I've got to start one, bench one, cut one for you, Tommy. Toby doesn't have to answer this. Next 5 years, start one.
No prep, by the way. You've just put this out of nowhere.
Throwing it on you. I know you don't like. Yeah, you're not going to like it. Start one, bench one, cut one. Finn Callahan, Jason Horne-Francis, Harley Reid.
Oh, well, I'm starting Finn. Finn is, mate. Finn, geez, hasn't Finn just gone to a new level since he accepted the extension at the Giants? He is a superstar. Then the other two, remind me, the other two, Harley Reid or Jason Horne-Francis. Jesus. Well, I'd have to bench Jason. But if we're talking next week, then I have to bench Harley because he's out with the foot injury. So, as Toby said earlier, Harley's a couple pre-seasons behind Jason Horne-Francis. So I'd have to cut the great man at the moment. Geez, you've stitched me up.
Come back to it in 5 years. It'll be a good discussion in 5 years.
Bring that up in 5 years, though.
I'll see you in 5 years.
Bring that in 5 years. Righto, boys. It's time for our Inglewood Coffee Roasters cup of coffee. And we get to pick someone that we would like to have a cup of coffee with this week after all the news, all the sporting events, everything. You always get to pick one guest to have a cup of Inglewood coffee with. I'll start with you, Tobes. Who are you sitting down with this week?
Yeah, mine's, well, it's going to be hard to see her in person, but behind the glass in the big house with Aaron Patterson, the mushroom murderer. How do you think this was going to play out when you've served lunch to 4 people and you're fine and they're all dead?
Well, I wasn't expecting that, Jimmy. That's why we love
He
that,
said
man.
controversial, and that was controversial. Who are you having a coffee with, mate?
I'm going to have one with Yannick Sinner. He's just won Wimbledon. And I've just got, I don't know what it is, fellas, but just can you show some emotion? I don't see enough emotion. Like I heard it cost a Lamborghini to sit courtside or whatever it is in a VIP ticket at Wimbledon. They put on a show, by the way, so hats off. But when you win, can you just, I just think there needs to be more emotion. I don't know. It's just something about Yannick that he's just so good. So I'd love to sit down with him and say, how come you just are so measured and you don't show that much emotion when you win, the best thing you can win in tennis? So that's what I would ask him, and that's probably about it.
I'm keeping it simple again, boys. I'm just saying Errol Gulden. He's fought back the Showtime Swans. He's on fire since he's come back from injury. So, yeah, I'm just keeping it simple.
There you go, the Inglewood cup of coffee. There's a few mixed ones there. You can talk mushrooms, you can talk tennis, or you can talk,
we're all the same
or you can
coffee,
talk
it would be
Showtime. That would be a unique coffee. We should all just do that. Very good. All right, let's get to the round 19 as we round out the show. It's this is your time to shine, Jevy. It's the package prime time. The Giants don't get much airtime, and they're coming up against the Dons, who have a lot of injuries. So I'll let you take it away.
So first, you grew up going for the Bombers, Tobes. What does playing Essendon at Marvel Stadium or Colonial Stadium, like, what does it mean to you? What's the first thing that you think of?
Heard he, when he kicked that snap and hugged the crowd.
Were you there that night?
No, I wasn't there. I remember watching it, though.
What's a better moment? James Hurd's snap against West Coast or Gary Moorcroft's hanger on Brad Johnson?
Moorcroft, best mark of all time.
There you go.
What about when Lloydie kicked 7 1/4 at round 1? Were you there that night?
No, I do remember that, though. I think he kicked a lot in Hurdy's last game as well over at Subiaco. Remember
that
watching
was Scotty
that
Was that Scotty Lucas?
Yeah, Scotty Lucas, yeah.
Didn't he kick like
he kicked
5
7 in the third quarter as well with that bung elbow? Remember his bung elbow?
You want a man? I'd love to get Scotty Lucas on a podcast because I reckon he had the best peg I've ever seen. But if you are a forward and you want him to lower your eyes, I don't reckon he lowered his eyes in his whole career. Like if he was in 60, if it was 60 metres out, he would just burn everyone and roll onto that left peg and just smoke it through the sticks.
Just from a more a local footballer point of view, but what does a 5-day break look like for you guys this week? What's the week look like?
Yeah, it's weird. I haven't had many in my career, but like we had recovery today we're actually down the beach and changed it up. Just did our meeting down there, a bit of swim recovery and just a little bit of weights. And then tomorrow's like main session, which is kind of strange, 3 days post game. So we'll go through our preview for Bombers, and training is going to be like extremely light compared to what we used to do. I don't think we'll hardly tackle each other. And then Wednesday, we're not even doing captain's run. We're doing like just a mobility circuit. We're going straight to the airport, land, just a mobility circuit and touch, and then like into it. So it's a very different week to like a 7-day break. But I like it. It's good. You're straight into it and no time to mess around.
Are you catching up with anyone in Melbourne or anything while you're in Melbourne? Any plans? Hanging around for an extra night?
Nah, I'm in and out, mate. I'm in and out. Stay Thursday night, obviously post-game, but then out Friday morning.
Easy to change, man. He used to just stay down in Melbourne and he'd go, where we go on Thursday night? Probably billboards at 18 years old and then just get home on the Friday.
Ollie Fletcher and Will Sparks, so that what they up to.
They would just be turning up their heat. Mate, this competition's getting tight. It's getting even. You said it, Collingwood are the team to beat. You know, the Suns beat them on the prime time last week. Obviously, they've got a lot of people out. But as you know, like a war of attrition, there's a lot of players that are starting to miss. This is do or die territory. It must be. Is it nice to play a bottom four side? Not that you go into that game, but is it nice?
No, not really. I mean, we just got to win. Doesn't matter who we're playing. We got Swans and then Bulldogs. So like we got huge games coming up. And if we don't win them, we won't play finals. If we win a lot of them, we could finish top four. So every week's big for us.
Love it. Well, I'm looking forward to watching the Giants get some airtime. I don't have much more for him. It's a pretty straightforward kind of operation, isn't it? The package against his old side. They hyped that one up.
Yeah, I can't wait. He's got 5 written all over in the package. The boy, as we spoke about it before, but he's got to get 10 minutes with the 50 to himself or something.
Yeah, I think as the skipper of the football club, do you recognise moments where the package, he's kicked 3, his best mate Laverde's on him, the ball's, you've had 65 inside 50. Surely as the skipper you say, boys, let's just clear it out and give the Essendon fans a little bit of a show. Do you not do that in the last quarter?
Oh, it's not the top of my priority list, mate. But I'll see what happens. If we're going well, that'd be nice. But we've got to make sure we're winning first.
Oh, I love it.
Do you like playing at Marvel Stadium, Tobes? Usually you kick, like minimum 3. You don't miss many either. Do you like playing there?
I like it. Yeah, it's good, especially in the heart of Melbourne winter. It's great because you got perfect conditions. So yeah, it's good.
Well, mate, all the best this week against the Dons, and we might even. We're actually going down for the kick for cash for Port Arlington, so I won't be there live, unfortunately, but we'll be watching at Port Arlington Footy Club as we have Mitchie, the skipper, there kicking for cash after going down the one leg on the propeller. But mate, all the best and keep up the great work. It's been an amazing season covering it with you as the skipper and watching all the boys grow. It's bloody exciting, the Giants. A lot of, as I said, Jace McCartney and the team, they're recruiting so many superstars. We haven't even talked about Darcy Jones. There's so much going on inside the Giants football side, and it's exciting. So we've got a big block of 2 months coming up, Jevy, and let's see if you can get Cads on the podcast next week, mate. But as always, thanks so much for your time, and looking forward to seeing you on prime time.
No, thanks, lads. Appreciate it. And big few months coming up, so hopefully plenty more to talk about.
That's it. Well, thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Jevy, thank you for driving into the studio. No one works harder than you from about, what time do you start, 4 a.m.?
6:30.
6:30, up at 4, does the gym session, make sure he's primed, and then comes into the studio the Friday, Monday night. So thanks to Jevy, Tobes, and everyone at home watching. We appreciate your support. Get in the comments, though. I think the highlight of this podcast was Toby snaking Cal Ward, who's in rehab. He's just rehabilitating his knee injury. Just hustled him, and then hustled Connor Idun, who's on a date or he's out for dinner with someone, and said, hurry up and accept the trade. You're an insipid commissioner. And all of a sudden, hell breaks loose in the SuperCoach League. I loved it. Get in the comments. Let us know. Was that play on or out of bounds? All right, that's all I got. See you same time next week. Cheers.
See you, lads.
A lot of raised eyebrows when I hired Gary as my new bodyguard. But the guy really offers something unique. Just like the PointsBet app. It's all about offering something different, like a better, faster way to bet on all your favorite sports.
She's good to go, mate.
PointsBet, built different. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.